Hey, what's up? It's Mark Clark, and these are some thoughts on marriage. I am a married man, been married for 19 years, and I thought I would share my thoughts on marriage. Um, for those who are thinking about it, or who are married, or who are not thinking about it, just a few observations. First of all, it's hard to give advice. One thing, it's hard to give advice for marriage because a lot of it is, I think, fate, laws of attraction. At the end of the day, it's who you pick, right? It's picking the right person, which that in itself is quite a challenge. So I'll just give you again some thoughts. Number one, a friend of mine, Jonathan Clark, shout out to Jonathan Clark. I remember years ago, I don't know if Jonathan remembers this, he told me that marriage is different for every person. Everybody has different requirements. So you can't really compare your marriage to someone else's marriage because everybody wants something different out of marriage. That's why when you see people who are together and it doesn't look logical, you can't really say that because you don't know what each party wants out of marriage. So I think the first step, is finding somebody who kind of wants the same thing that you want. And also somebody who shares a similar philosophy as far as like what I mean by that. I got married with the thought of this was going to be my last marriage, and I think my wife shared the same philosophy in that we're not doing this to play. We're not doing this to see if it works out. We are getting married to stay married. And at the end of the day, those vows are important. And it would take a lot for this party to stop. And I think if you both honestly go into the marriage that way, when you have those early fights and those early disagreements, it's never about, I don't know if this is going to work or not. I mean, that's not a part of the game. You're in it to win it, as they say. I will say that that's easy to say, but harder to do. I think you have to have similar philosophies, and also I'll tell you what I learned before my current relationship was a lot of times I don't think we think about all the way through what we really want out of marriage and what it really stands for. And what I've experienced now in 19 years, it's the coming together. It's like building a team. It's like the coming together of two families, and you guys are going to build a legacy. I think when you're young, you don't really think of it that way, but that's what it is. And, if you're putting together a team, you want to win the championship, right? You want your children, you want your legacy, you want everything to represent you in its best light. You want to have character, you want to have integrity, you want to pass all these things on, and you want it to get better and better as the family continues. So that's another thing. If you look at it that way, the coming together of two families to build is important. And I've mentioned this before. I remember in my dating life, the moment when I started to understand with a young lady that I was dating, oh, okay, this is the kind of person that you build the kind of life that you want to live. You know what I mean? That's important. I think sometimes, we don't talk about that. Families and church, building with somebody, getting with somebody that you can financially and you could have success. If you're dating somebody who's always putting you in arrears and taking, how can you really build with someone like that? And this is something that doesn't get talked about a lot, but it should be talked about. You need somebody you can build with. When you look at when you envision yourself retired, you envision a beautiful home and some assets and vacations and happiness and smiles and beautiful life. You don't envision debt and brokenness and lack. Okay, So that's real. That's something to think about before you marry somebody. You gotta be thinking about that. That's real. And I think a lot of times we do not spend any time thinking about that. And then the other piece is the character piece. I don't think you can really. I don't think you can really love someone really that you don't respect. I don't think you can really love someone truly who has deep character issues, character flaws that are a problem, that you're a problem with. You know what I mean? I think that's another thing. People, if it's your husband or your wife, you got to be able to stand on that. You got to be able to know that this person is a person of their word, that this person is respected, that you respect the person, and this person, again, you trust your life with, because that's what you're giving your life to when you get married. So if you got some shadiness, if you're dating a shady person, can you really marry this person and be happy? I don't think so. If your man or woman is shady and you ain't married, you need to drop them. Because unless you want that kind of life. Now again, if you want that kind of lifestyle where you're worrying about trust and all kinds of stuff, then that's one thing. But I think if you already go into a marriage not trusting somebody, that's a big problem. Then we start talking about personality types and what's important to you. I think this is important because, after you've been together for a while, and the what do they say, the newlywed sparks have worn off and the shine is gone a little bit. Now you're getting down to values and what you like and you don't like. So if you're the kind of person that has to be busy, 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 and your mate's the kind of person that doesn't at all, or is the kind of person that hates it when you're busy, 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 how is this going to look 10 years from now? Like we're on vacation, prime example. We go to Hilton Head every year. We chill. We go to the beach. We ride bikes as a family. You know what I'm saying? We sit around. We talk. It's not climbing Mount Everest. It's not golfing or playing tennis every day. It's not windsurfing and things like that. It could be, but it's not. And we're good with that. And I think we share that. And I think that's important because as you get older, and you stop being super active, if you can just sit down across from each other and enjoy each other's company, have a coffee, have a conversation, I think that's realistic. But again, that's my preference. Everybody's different. So we covered building. Oh, and then you gotta like each other. Couples who like each other. You know what I mean? Now, love is love. Love is love, and love is, you know all the sayings about love. What's like? Do you actually like your mate? To me, all you gotta do is go to dinner. You see these married couples. You can see the family that likes each other. They're laughing. They're having fun. They're having a ball, versus the family that's like quiet, stoic. Ain't nobody saying nothing. It's almost like pulling teeth. You're like, oh my God, aren't they having dinner? What is going on? Where's the love? Where's the like? Enjoy. Now, see, but then back to what's important to you. For me, that was important. For me, a fun household with smiles was important. For me, a no drama household. But when I came home from work, everything was cool. It's, drama is atypical, it's rare. The kids, my kids, the dogs, the husband, the wife, we're not used to drama in our household. We like a no drama, everything's cool household. Not a shove it under the rug household. No, keep it real now. If there are real issues, deal with them. But we don't like drama. We don't fight. We don't do all that. We don't play that. We don't say mean things to each other and then say, oh, I was mad or I was tired. We don't play that. We don't play that. Again, you got to get with somebody who has the same philosophy. Now, some people go hard in the paint. Some people cuss each other out, call them all kind of MFers, and then they're good. We're not like that. We both have the kind of same personality where no, if that goes on, then you meant it. I can't really forgive it. I'm like looking at you like you don't really like me. So that we don't play those games. But again, it's matching. It's getting with somebody who matches up with what you desire. Those are my thoughts on marriage. I'm sorry I was all over the place. Hopefully there's some insight. If you have questions, always hit me with questions. Marc, M-A-R-C, at marcclarkmedia.com. M-A-R-C-C-L-A-R-K-E media.com. Okay, if you got a question about marriage, question about anything. All right, it's on the Marc. I am Marc Clark. Thank you.